I actually retired fighting, right? In and out of my mind, I think about going back, but actually, right now, it's pretty simple to just come here and to kind of say some words. But give it up for everybody who's been doing this excellent work today. You know, give them a hand clap, because it's pretty simple to kind of just rattle off a few words and hopefully inspire people. Are there people who are here who are not vegan right now? Are there folks? I hope there are, right? Because at the end of the day, we want to speak to more than just the quiet. And I think having been a fighter and speaking to fighters, a lot of times it's really easy to kind of get that message across when they see results and they see the competitive nature that vegans actually have in the ring or in the cage. Okay? So if you see that kind of that analogy of being in the cage, right? I think right now, the way we look at veganism, the way we look at animal rights in particular, we will see a particular trend right now, like this is historical, but in years to come, it won't be something that is kind of like a little nuanced or a little new, a particular idea that is just warming up. Right now, this is kind of the beginning process to get people to kind of get educated and get socially aware. How many other people focus on other social justice issues? Raise your hand. That's intersectionality. The idea that you have these other issues and people who are like-minded have these same goals in mind. Many people who believe in women empowerment, right? Eradicating homophobia and transphobia. Raise your hand. Okay? How many people believe in black justice as well? Right? So we understand these issues. And the other issue is understanding that animals should have rights, right? As well. That's intersectionality. And so that's what Black VegFest is actually doing. We're calling that awareness to the particular community where we're having it is Bed-Stuy, right? But we're talking to millions of folks in the community, and especially in the black community. So a lot of times, in particular, this is going to be the first time in Bed-Stuy where we're going to be calling attention to animal rights, right? Because sometimes that doesn't go over, it doesn't resonate in people's minds, that any which way that we can actually get justice, we go for it, right? And that is the idea of Black VegFest. I go to some of the other VegFests, like around the world, around this country, and the reality is very white, right? Like a lot of people of color just don't feel like they'll be comfortable, or they don't know about it, or whatever the case may be. It is still on the organizer to make sure people feel comfortable and that people will galvanize. Because at the end of the day, who benefits? The animals, right? So, right, everybody, right? So, when we understand this very simple idea that we want to, like if we do a veg fest, there's a veg fest that's focused around on gay pride. If we do a veg fest that focuses around on women, or we do a veg that we make people feel comfortable and that we actually internalize this idea of intersectionality, that there's a system that's fucked up and fragmented in so many different ways, right? All these different fragments. So when we understand them and we actually go for those, we go for the crux of the issue, whether it be the lack of women's rights or the lack of trans rights or the lack of animal rights. When we start to do that, we create a more whole and just system, right? We create a more whole and just system that everybody can actually stomach. Sorry for that pun, you know? And sometimes it's about people's food. And I tell people this, and people, we might not want to hear it as organizers or advocates. But when we go to different Veg Fests, we really focus on what's the main thing at Veg Fest? Yell it out, be honest. Food, right? It's food. Like if people who are not vegan hear great speeches and they see the performances and every single thing and it's great, it's on point. If the food is not on point, right, then they cease to want to be vegan more than a Monday. So we want to try to be consistent on that particular aim as well. It's all about strategy. And the organizers have to be really skilled on strategy. And strategy building is so necessary. And so if I can leave y'all with that, then and you understand it, the underscore of what Black VegFest is, like it's going to happen. But I want to make sure people are on the same page. But it's definitely, it has to happen. And my goal for Black VegFest is to get, just for me personally, 1,000 people to go vegan this year. Like 1,000 people, you know, connected to Black VegFest. And that would be my goal. This is the revolutionary, you know, VegFest, you know, of the world right now. Thank you.